I'm Total here, and today we've got a Saving Your Disaster Battle situation, playing as the Hunts Marshal Expedition. Ikit Claw is besieging Zahutek, and whilst this battle definitely seems winnable, it would be best if this one here didn't rip our army to shreds. Now, their army is significantly higher quality than ours, but we have higher numbers, which, honestly, that's okay, but when you got spearmen going up against storm vermin, they're not really going to do a whole lot. Really, this army here, I'm not a huge fan of it. This is a dog's breakfast, mix and match garbage, so it's not super strong. So I don't think winning is going to be a problem. Winning it well, that's what I'm going to try and do, so let's go do that.
Strike fast.
Because, yeah, I mean, it's not unexpected in this particular campaign to have a dog's breakfast army. And by dog's breakfast, I mean, usually what I like to have with my armies in this game is uniformity with my troops. Usually have 2 or 3 types of units, and just have my, like, frontline unit, missile unit, artillery unit. It just keeps it really easy. But when you've got, like, 1 unit of this, 1 unit of that, 1 unit of this, it makes micromanagement during micro-intensive battles really, really difficult. Whereas if you just got like a frontline unit, you just leave it there. Missile units, they're all the same type, easy to micromanage. Artillery, all the same type, easy to micromanage. And what that does is it stops you from making mistakes. Whereas this is a mistake-prone army. And like when you're going up against the AI, things you got to consider, right? Your strengths versus their strengths, your weaknesses versus their weaknesses. Their weaknesses are that they won't make as good decisions as you. Their strengths on you is that they can make faster decisions than you. So you need to reduce the number of decisions that you have to make, ideally, especially if you're outpowered. I mean, if the battle's to your advantage, then you can do whatever you want. And also, again, if you're going up against a human opponent, those aren't the same weaknesses. So, things to consider. Now, we've got a really good defensive position here, but what I'm going to do is actually not use it. Because, like I said, the biggest weaknesses of the AI is poor decision making. So what we're going to make them do is make some really lousy decisions, rather than walk into a defensive line, which, quite frankly, they'll just be able to melt us anyway, because we don't have amazing units to hold the line here, and they've got a lot of missile units and high power. They got magic and everything like that. They're gonna just, anything that we put here, they're just gonna roll right over it, right? So holding a defensive line here, probably not gonna be too useful. Generally speaking, these choke points are really good to hold if you're up against a lot of melee units, which we are. But since they've got a lot of artillery as well, they've got artillery superiority, they're just gonna rip right through us. So we need to think outside the box. Or in this point, think outside the choke point. So what I'm gonna do here, and this is, you know, this is why I really don't like mix and match armies, but we've also got the garrison as well, so we just need to make do with it. We're going to set up a defensive position on the hill here. Bloody mess, this army. Trying to keep it as organized as I can. We're going to keep a layered defense. Keep some men near the artillery, because they'll use the under menace below stuff.
Awaiting orders, swordsman. Sir. Pistoliers. We await your orders. Outriders.
Okay, so what we want to do is probably just leave this guy here and just see if we can tank a few of those shots. So what I'm planning here is for these guys to hopefully remain undisturbed and maybe take out the artillery. We'll just see. But basically, what the AI tends to do in this situation is they expect to see you here. If they don't see you here, then great. They'll dick around a whole lot, giving us time to blow them up with artillery. Alright, so let's see how we go about this. So let's see what they do. So because we're on the defense, we have to react to whatever... Oh, god damn it. Not good, not good. Get back.
Save the ammunition!
Yeah, just try to stay away from them for now.
Go! Quick march!
Alright, I might need to actually use this on them just to make them break.
Our steeds are restless. Yes, sir, quickly! Take the ground!
Still, it's better that they did this over here than on our artillery.
Taking that position!
Them in loose formation's not ideal, but they don't last very long. And...
Taking position! Fire!
okay. That's fine, using it there. Like I said, as long as they're not using it on our artillery.
Yes, General! Quick march!
Okay. So they're gone, they're not going to come back. Okay.
That's an order. Go! Very well. Fight!
Maybe don't waste ammunition on them. Okay. Alright, there we go. We could send these guys around here, take out the enemy artillery. They haven't left them well defended. We need to go sort that out. Alright, bring these guys in a little bit, and maybe try bomb over this way. So it took a little bit of damage, but nothing too major. Maybe bring him in a little bit closer, try to fireball maybe something over here. So the bounce of power's not great. Keep these guys in reserve for as long as possible. Empire Knights on this difficulty are not good. So it's on very hard battle difficulty. The only difference between this and Legendary is that we wouldn't be able to see the bounce of power. So.
To battle! Ready! Strike them down! Outriders!
Alright, they're not going to leave anyone to defend them. We're still going to take a bit of damage, but that's okay. Taking these two artillery out, that's pretty good. And see, like I said, they expect us to see us here, but they can't. They have no idea what's going on.
Yes, sir! Okay.
Alright, at least they didn't do very much damage to the Outriders. Who gives a fuck about Pistoliers?
The Empire endures! Great cannon!
Yep, they've derped out completely.
Take position!
They have no idea what's going on.
Outriders! Pistoliers! Moving now!
So, they're losing in melee there. Kinda to be expected, but at least we stopped them from shooting.
Outriders!
Oops.
Prime! We are Sigmar's heirs! See to it! Sigmar calls! He awaits your orders!
Oh good, we were able to dodge that. In fact, they might even have just hit their own units.
Sir!
Okay, another thing as well is that because we're on the defense here, their army's not going to get wiped out just if we win. So, running these guys down
To battle!
would be good, so you don't have to deal with them next time.
No lingering!
Yeah, steer clear of Vicar Claw. I'm not sure how we're going to deal with him just yet.
The Empire endures!
But yeah, they've completely derped out over here.
Yes, General!
They're like, how come the enemy not here? It's exactly what you want to see. Okay, we should be able to charge into them and break them.
Our orders! Shoot!
What the hell?
The Warhammer!
Why is it when it's... oh, they've got like one unit that went right over that way. That's what happened. Okay. Alright, he probably shouldn't be using him as bait anymore. Maybe don't shoot at that. Because that's not a huge concern. What might even be better is... I'd love to shoot Icket Claw, but I'm not sure. What if I got the cavalry to go sort it out? Problem is, Icket Claw is actually really good in melee as well. Well, why don't I use you to snipe him a little bit, because we can outrange him. Keep shooting at the same spot. Not ideal. How many kills you got? 101. Okay. Not a huge fan of war wagons. Yeah, I don't know if I want to send that in just yet. So yeah, we've massively derped them out here, which is really good. And that's what their artillery dealt with. Still, Doomflayers are going to be a bit of a concern. I don't want to move my army up any closer just yet. This guy here has taken out, you know, a unit of artillery and some storm vermin, so that's good. Maybe once they get wiped out, they'll just send another unit over here, because they have no idea what's going on now. They just don't understand. Oh shit, out of ammo. 130 kills, not amazing, but it's a good start. Bounce of power, still not quite in our favor yet. Alright, so let's get into the range over here and snipe Icket Claw. I'm concerned though if we start doing damage to him. Actually, I'll get them over here as well. You should be able to outrange Icket Claw. Let me just check. Same range. Alright, maybe not do that then. Wait until they get a bit more of a tight formation. If we start shooting at Icket Claw, the rest of the army might wake up. But at the moment, everything seems fine. Right, maybe we should move just a little bit closer. Just a bit. There we go. That's what I want. Just staying stationary. Makes it easy for our guys to hit him. Good, good, good. Don't worry about these storm vermin, just ignore them. The biggest concern of this army is actually probably now the Rattling guns and the Jezzails, because they can outrange our missile units. But they're derped out. Now they won't be that big of a problem if we can take out all their relatively high strength troops. Good. Alright, so yeah, keep shooting Icket Claw. I don't want to go charging in there, we'll just end up getting our troops killed. But overall, so far this is going pretty well. Almost out of ammo here though, so let's just hope we can do a bit of damage and then I'll send in the cavalry. Might as well bring them back. Maybe start bringing the cavalry now. Just ignore those storm vermin. Don't want to go over there because we can just get shot to shit. Although what I could do, maybe... No, I don't think I'll be able to get close enough. Just play it safe for now. Alright, if we charge into these storm vermin, they'll probably break straight away. Icket Claw's not in good shape. That's good. Like I said, but we want to get into combat over here. I'll have you run down them. If you can keep disrupting him, we'll stop him from using magic. Ugh, it hurts a lot. Like I said, Icket Claw is actually really strong in melee. Send him in as well. Probably because I've used that other fireball. That's okay. Yeah, the Empire Knights can't beat him. These guys here still derping out. Man, these Empire Knights did fucking nothing. garbage. You're better off not even having them in your army. Empire Knights are such garbage on very hard difficulty. I was trying to avoid us. Bring in the Pistoliers instead.
Ready!
Alright, he's almost down. Oh, no you don't. Don't let him get away. Oh, what the hell? They literally just pushed him off the edge, made him even faster. Whatever. Fuck's sake. Bloody cavalry in this game, for fuck my ass. It literally just escorted him off the edge. Fucking prick. Alright, well, they're still derped out. God damn it, that was not great, but at least he's no longer going to bother us in this battle. And if we can wreck the rest of this army here, maybe we can run them down at the next turn. You know, provided we don't take too much damage, of course. But the thing is, even after all we've done, the balance of power is still not great. So, okay, don't fire just yet. I don't think the line of sight is amazing for them. Just be careful. Make sure we hit good targets, like Warplock Jezzails. Those are good. Don't worry too much about the Storm Vermin. Take out their missile units, because our cavalry are not in good shape now. They are just so derped out. Alright, so at least I got rid of a Jezzail there, so that's good. Okay, also we don't want to get a draw either, but, you know, we're on the defense here, we're not attacking. Let's get a little bit closer. They'll probably wake up once we get too close. Doomflayers would be a good idea to shoot. They will be a difficult enemy to get rid of. Problem is though, they're in loose formation, so it's really hard to actually hit them. Whereas the Storm Vermin here, whilst they're not as valuable of a target, I'd love to bomb that there. Should have had the mortars shooting at it. But then again, I think they recently got into that formation. Not entirely sure. Bouncer power is now moving in our favor, but we're running out of ammo. Alright, the next stage, I guess, is where we try to rely on our missile units. Our archers and stuff. See, I want to shoot over there, but I'm not too concerned about their Deathglow Bombardiers. And yeah, I'm just not sure. I don't think this is going perfectly, but still. We've got the advantage now, so that's good. Really kind of annoyed that Ikit got wounded. Didn't get wounded. But, on the other hand, he's not going to heal over the end turn, because it looks like we're going to win now. And that way he'll have like 1 hit point, so it'll just take 1 shot to kill him. So you can have the cannon get a lucky shot in, that'll just finish him off. So, sometimes things not going to plan can actually end up being better for you. Sometimes. And really angry at those units there. They couldn't take out Ikit. And it's not like Ikit wasn't even at full strength. But then again, Ikit is a very strong general. He might not seem like it because he's a wizard, but he is very strong. So what have we got that's actually hitting them from this distance? Ah, the huntsman. Okay. Again, they're completely derped out. Their AI status is set to off at the moment. And we just take them out piecemeal. They've completely shut down. They don't understand what happened in this battle. They were expecting a choke point, we weren't there. And now they're just set to off. Would be good to run them down, but just it's not worth sacrificing our units over. Alright, it looks like they've woken up now. They're like, okay, enough of this shit.
Ready for war! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Right. These artillery, get them back. Same with you, because these are horrible in melee. Absolutely horrible. Now they want to get back across the other way. You need to not get wounded.
Targets! Armed and ready! For Heldenhammer!
If they're coming around over this way, now we can actually justify blocking them off. You know, they were already across, but it's just they just didn't understand.
Taking position! Orders heeded! Spearmen! Armed and ready!
Cool. Everything's looking good here.
Sterling's revenge!
Okay, those units there are a little bit of a problem, so try to prioritize shooting them. Just have the infantry tank as much damage as possible, and have our missile units dish out as much as we can. So you should really be up in here. This is useless if we don't have actual flames to use. Alright, so we gotta get rid of the Warplock Jezzails. Now that they're... Honestly, I'll be doing you a favor by getting rid of this knight. Doing you a favor. Okay, yeah, we've definitely won. Let me just try not to take too much more damage.
Handgunners! Take aim! For the comet! Ready! As long as we
Okay, really should have these guys in card mode. And there's the army loss penalty, I think. Cool. You'd be surprised how quickly things can turn from like mid to full on in our favor, and the damage is really minimal. So that's the ideal situation there. Just barely take any damage, and now we get to. And look, this unit here will actually survive. How about that? Try to take out the most dangerous units, the Jezzails and Rattling Guns. Storm Vermins don't matter too much. Without good missile support, they're nothing to be concerned about. But there we go. So this is a battle that he said he tried multiple times and couldn't win. And I wouldn't say it was difficult. I mean, I know what to do in these situations because I know they just derp out. So, heroic victory. I think that things could have gone a little bit better, especially with that whole Ikit Claw situation. But at the same time, you'll be able to pursue him next turn. Oh yeah, this one he didn't get wiped out. You'll be able to pursue him next turn, and like most of his units are just gone now. He's only got one cannon left. You're going to be pretty much at full strength. Not full strength, but close to full strength.
bring out the nooses.
No, I'm not going to do that.
A dessert.
It's a lot of money, but at the same time... Oh, actually, that's a pretty good replenishment rate. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave that for you to do. Alright, guys, so that's the end of this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me some feedback on whether you enjoyed this kind of video, because I'm still trying to figure out how to do these disaster battles and which ones to accept and which ones not to accept. And I'll see you next time, fuckers.
I struggle to disagree.